CNN's Don Lemon is at it again. He had yet another temper tantrum on live television. We're going to take a look at the latest. We're going to see how Lemon is once again trying to deny the obvious, and make sure to stick with me at the very end of this video when we'll see why Lemon's reaction guarantees that the days of the legacy media are indeed coming to an end. You're not going to want to miss this. Journalist Andrew Callaghan was on CNN the other day to promote his new HBO documentary on the J6 riot. When things got a bit out of hand with host Don Lemon, Lemon, of course, is still reeling from having been demoted to CNN's abysmal morning lineup that has even less viewers than their primetime showings, if that were even possible. Lemon tried to push the narrative at the beginning that J6 was all about Trump and kooky conspiracy theories. And here's how Callaghan responded.
The movie's not just about like the Capitol riot and all that. It's also about like media echo chambers. You know what I mean? And like the dangers of the 24-hour news cycle, and how I think mainstream media like Fox and even CNN like competes for views by running constant 24-hour news cycles based upon fear, division, outrage, and panic, probably to like sell ads. So it's not just about the Capitol riot.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. First of all, I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm not exactly sure of how that played into people going into the Capitol and rioting on January 6th. There's nothing fake about CNN.
Oh, I'm not saying like fake news. I'm just saying ramping people up and increasing division during that period of time. Just watching people kind of fall down the rabbit hole and be pushed into action and like just, yeah, falling down the conspiracy rabbit hole.
That was an amazing and fascinating exchange because it was hardly between a hardcore right-wing ultra-mega supporter and your typical left-wing lunatic in the legacy media. Callaghan is center-left. But even he sees, as do many on the center-left, even he sees how utterly absurd, how carnivalesque CNN has become. What Lemon just took issue with there is that CNN and mainstream media as a whole have become echo chambers running a 24/7 news cycle based on fear, division, outrage, and panic. And why are they doing that? To keep you tuned in between the commercials. It's the advertisers that matter, not so much the news. The news is just there to keep the viewer hooked in between the commercial segments. And news has become sensationalist. They become fabricated, like the Russian collusion hoax that was pushed on CNN for 3.5 years, or the outright lies surrounding the Hunter Biden laptop bombshell, or the Covenant Catholic school children, or Kyle Rittenhouse. I mean, we could go on. And it's all there to get a left-of-center audience to stay tuned in between the ads. For example, here's a perfect illustration for why no one, and I literally mean no one, in the legacy media had a single critical word to say about Pfizer.
Is brought to you by Pfizer.
CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer.
Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer.
ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer. Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer.
CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start. Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron Burnett Out Front. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
This weather report brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Now, the key there, of course, is that Don Lemon does not actually work for CNN. He works for Pfizer. Pfizer is the one who pays Lemon's unjustifiable salary. Everyone at CNN, including the president, works for Pfizer. It's the same with CBS, ABC, all the major legacy media outlets. And so their job is to make sure viewers stay tuned to the next Pfizer commercial, as it were. And that was Callaghan's whole point. If you're going to start fabricating news so as to keep viewers watching, that fabrication has real-time consequences, like what we saw with J6 riots. But Don Lemon seemed to have a hard time grasping that logic, and we can see why. One person described to Upton Sinclair this quote, It is difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. That same defensive dismissiveness, of course, was on display for all to see when Leslie Stahl interviewed President Trump on CBS's 60 Minutes. Take a look at this monstrosity now in light of what we know from the Twitter files.
Leslie.
And you think it's the biggest issue to campaign on?
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it. You want to talk about...
Well, because it can't be verified.
You want to talk about insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Excuse me, they found the laptop. Leslie.
It can't be verified.
What can't be verified?
The laptop.
Why do you say that?
Because
even the family hasn't... The family on the laptop, he's gone into hiding. For 5 days, he's gone into hiding.
He's preparing for your debate.
Oh, it's taken him 5 days to prepare? I doubt it. Okay,
all right. So let's get back to the name call.
Now, of course, the irony to all of that was that at the time of that interview, there was ample evidence already that the laptop was authentic. The FBI had it in their possession for over a year prior to that interview. If Leslie Stahl and the staff at CBS News wanted to confirm that laptop, they most certainly could have done it. But of course, they weren't interested in the truth. We now know they were interested in defeating President Trump, a continuation of what Barry Castleman called the media coup d'etat that deliberately sought to inordinately influence a presidential election, in fact, 2016, 2020. And so this is precisely why these little hissy fits that Lemon has on live television are actually doing nothing more than guaranteeing the end of the legacy media. And I'm going to show you exactly how. But first, gang, it's Christmas. And what could possibly make a better gift for your loved ones than, a warm, soft, comfortable MyPillow product from the one and only Mike Lindell. And the best part, gang, is you're going to save nearly 70% if you use my special promo code Turley. Promo code Turley will get you that same discount on all of Mike's nearly 200 MyPillow products. So, for example, if you get the classic MyPillow, which is normally $69.98, if you sprinkle little code Turley on there, Christmas magic happens and it turns to $19.98. So don't wait. Click on that link below. Give the gift of comfort and warmth to your loved ones. Support one of America's most amazing patriots and get the best savings ever. Click on that link below right now. Just days back, it was announced that the ultra-leftist Washington Post has officially lost 500,000 readers over the course of the last 2 years, ever since bumbling Biden came to office, interestingly enough. They've gone from 3 million subs in January of 2021 to now just 2.5 million subs, a loss of 500,000 subscribers, an absolutely stunning blow to their bottom line. And one of the reasons that's being put forward for this implosion that we're seeing across the board in the legacy media is their embracing of what's known as advocacy journalism. Advocacy journalism replaces objective, disinterested journalism with a definite partisan agenda. But the widespread problems we're seeing with Don Lemon or Leslie Stahl is they're actually practicing advocacy journalism all the while maintaining that they're still objective, disinterested journalists. So you have what amounts to be a performative contradiction. Their claim to objective journalism is explicitly undermined by their advocacy for a woke neo-Marxist political agenda. And so they end up undermining their own legitimacy. And so this is why many believe that the days of the lamestream media really are coming to an end. And when they do, it's people like Don Lemon who will only have themselves to blame. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. You'll definitely want to check out my latest video on whether the military is about to take over Brazil. The next 48 hours are absolutely crucial. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to click on that link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.